Okay, what Tank did, should the referee have called that a knockdown?
Yeah, I think he should have called it a knockdown.
Even if you get grease in your eye?
I have, but in a fight, is you worry about that when you go back to the corner.
Yeah. I mean, if it would have been a knockdown, it definitely would have been Lamont Roach.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think it should have counted as a knockdown?
I think so because, I mean, he kind of took a knee. Not necessarily from, like, the punches, but just whatever he had going on. And I was always told if you take a knee, that's a knockdown, so.
Yeah, with Gervonta Davis taking the knee and blaming it on hair grease, do you think that should have been ruled a knockdown?
Yeah, even in the ring, when they say it's time to fight, you gotta go fight. You can't just take a kneel down and be the boss of the referee.
Do you think boxing should implement timeouts? Like you're in the middle, we're in there, we're fighting, and I just go, hey, timeout.
No, definitely not. You have to ask the referee before you go ahead and do it on your own.
Is hair grease ever an issue for you?
I don't put grease in my hair, so I wouldn't know.
So, elaborating on the knee, him taking the knee, and then even going back to his corner and his corner interfering by wiping his supposed grease from his hair. Obviously, you think it should have been a point deducted for what's his name? Do you also think it could have been a disqualification because the corner interfered without the referee stopping the clock and telling him to go to the corner and check?
But should it have counted as a knockdown?
Absolutely. I mean, like, let's put it like this. They would never give me such grace. They wouldn't give me such grace at all, or anybody else for that matter. But Gervonta Davis, I'm willing to bet that they would never give even Keith Thurman that type of
And if
grace.
anybody can get hair,
You braid your hair.
Yeah.
You have to braid your hair for the fights. Is the grease thing an excuse? Is that something you've ever had to deal with?
Well, I know that it can be, but it haven't been for me because I purposely get it braided without like grease and things like that. My hair is a lot longer than Gervonta, so I can actually like make it look good without putting too much product.
Normally they count it as a knockdown. The referee had even started 8 count, but he stopped. He stopped in the middle of counting. Then so there's something wrong with that as well.
Yeah. You take a knee, especially in the fashion that Gervonta Davis did. There's if you're in a clinch and a guy takes a knee in the clinch, it's a trick, so you're not taking so much weight from your opponent pushing down on you. You take a knee, it doesn't count as a knockdown. But if you step back, take a knee, it's basically you're calling for a timeout. You're asking for that like 8 count just to give you that break. So yeah, no, that 8 should have been a 10-8 round for Lamont Roach, and had the scorecards went to that knockdown for that round, Lamont Roach would have won unanimously.
should Roach sue?
I would if I was Roach. We saw something similar in the Espinoza Robesi Ramirez fight, the second fight, where Robesi threw his hand up, and I don't know. I feel that an inadvertent stop like that is, I would if I was in the position.
He should appeal, 100% appeal. With what happened, I know you didn't see the fight, but I'm sure you saw the clips. We just actually watched it. Gervonta Davis taking a knee, going to the corner. Do you think that should have been an infraction? Should it at least been a point deducted, maybe a disqualification?
No, I don't think so, honestly. I think there was something in his eyes, and his natural instinct was to go to the corner in that moment. Their natural instinct was to go and help their fighter. I don't think that there was any harm in that. And then the fight went on.
Had you have been Lamont Roach's corner, right? And obviously the fight was scored a draw, and that could have been the deciding factor. Would you be thinking differently? You can put yourself in those shoes.
It all happens so fast when you're there and it's happening. I honestly wouldn't have been upset at the time about the stuff, how that went down. I mean, maybe it was affecting Gervonta throughout the fight. Maybe that's why, he didn't perform up to standards. I don't know. I've been in this situation before where a fighter is suffering from an injury, and how they perform is based off of the injury, really. I mean, they're just really fighting the best they can, and I honestly I wouldn't be upset about that.
If you and Frank were fighting each other, would you be mad if someone took a knee and blamed their hair?
You don't have to worry about that. I mean, it could be the sweat dripping from my shiny head.
Yeah.
Most likely would take a knee though.
Yeah, that's the one.